Like girls and boys, fine. How's everybody doing the day? Just back for the bobbing. So I got up, coffee, headed into tune, and went to like a contortion style class. I thought it was the biggest thing I could promote the day was contortion. It might be I got into contortion and soul pull back in the days, where you like condition your body and you do like flexibility stretches. You practice like the splits and frog stretches and star jumps, and it's a really good class to condition your body into getting fit. So I'm going to take that class every so often, but I'm going to focus on the dance show. But if ever this class as mums and dads, really gets you thinking about your fitness more than anything, and gets you really working on that. It's like a big step up when you're stepping up your game. Doing a show is one hand, but when you start to think like that, you're getting back into the sport world. And I saw an idea in Tesco when I went to get my shopping after the bobbing, and it was a 2-for-1 Mrs. Disney about sport. And that's what I saw, like a 2-for-1. So me, Mrs. Universal, were making the shows, and one with Mrs. Disney about doing the conditioning. And that gets you thinking about your fitness. It gets you thinking about your weight loss. It gets you thinking about how to become fitter, more stretchier. It gets you thinking about all the different things that'll get you more confidence, right? Maybe you see something with what I saw was with the splits, right? Okay, maybe I've wrote it on a bit of paper. So I've put it in the main cup. The splits with contortion. And that is a really big way to get fit, is to practice your splits. So even if you just do half a split, that's the biggest tip I could give you for the day. Half a split, where you get one leg down and the other leg up. And that's like really pushing yourself to a more different level of sport. And then I was much sure the most biggest thing I can promote about dance in terms of getting fit is always do both sides. It's something I learned in kickboxing. Do not ever just do just one side. So if you're in the gym and you're doing like weights, make sure you do rights and lefts. Because if you just sat on the right side or your right side of your body will become mega fit and the left side will be imbalanced. So if you do rights and lefts, then you're balancing the body by sport with that. And that'll really help you have a balanced brain and a balanced body. And it's the biggest tip I can give you about training in general, in any sport domain. Fat bar, everything I used to do in every sport in the world. Fat bar, I used to practice with right and left foot, right and left arm, practicing goals with the right, practicing goals with the left, practice tricks, right and left, keepy ups, right and left, all things like that, and that's how you get fit. Same with splits. I used to tutor about the school park as a bairn doing splits, right and left, and I would do monkey flips, right and left, and that really makes you have a balanced body. And it would be the same with something like kickboxing, right punches and then your left punches. Same with like an uppercut right and uppercut left. It's the same with like 20 kicks aside. 20 on the right, 20 on the left, or start with 10 if that's a bit much at the minute, and just do like 10 or 5 even. Even 2 or 3 is better than nothing. Even if you do that on your hoofs, it's still something. That's why I like what Theo promotes in that dance studio is even if you go once a week, you're still doing something about fitness. And before you can it, you'll start going twice a week. Before you can it, you'll be looking for other sport that'll make you feel fitter. Maybe walking or cycling or fire twirling or keepy ups or whatever it is you feel like doing. So that was the biggest tip I wanted to give the day, was about the splits and was about practicing on both sides. And then that really balances your body. And these soul pull instructors are really good at practicing right and left. And I was trying to breed that to every sport domain in the world. So no matter what your sport is and fit your favourite sport and fit your sport you're working on, then that's how you would train with that. And you could add in a splits if you wanted, or a half splits, or a swan stretch, or a keepy ups. I bet even just still your knees up as like a keepy ups. And there were lots of different ways to get that into your favourite sport. So that's what I want to promote today. And that way, when I get into class on Friday, I can go on my fresh approach of how I'm going to make this show. And perhaps when I put on the boots and the costume and the outfit. And what kind of things I want to achieve in the next few days with my fitness. And I thought, well, that's a start. Walking home for the shops, for the shopping. And maybe think of some other ideas I could do in the house. Maybe I'll tutor about the hula hoop and try and come up with something. So that's me doing my dance class. I thought I'd promote that to you about your fitness programmes with a hub. Off to the bobbing, went for some supper. I thought, go and do something a bit different today and try and grab folks' attention about their fitness. And I think the bobbing was a good idea because it's a student haunt, and that's where Abdi used to go back in the day. When we were young spring chickens, would go to the bobbing with our student cards and get our discounts. And I thought that was something a bit different, and I didn't go to bobbing much, but I just thought it was a new idea that I could see with this Aberdeen Stadium team. So I saw an idea that fit my players, how to breed that into your keepy ups and swan stretches and frog jumps and burpees and whatever else you do. And that'll really get you getting up and going out of bed and off to your stadiums, off to your pitches and whatever. And so a whole idea sitting here fog at the bobbin. Getting that into other students, into your sports, into your societies. Off you go and play your netballs and all that, whatever it is that you like to do in your gyms and swims. And then go grab your shopping, head home, and now you're really getting good with your schedules. And I saw an idea about all the things you work on all day. It was on the toilet in the bobbin. So if I'm doing all day, well, lots of things. You're following a whole schedule of lots of different things. So that'll get you working on that. And now you're home with your shopping. I've lit a couple of candles. And I want to have fog and a cuppa. And the biggest thing I want to... I'm certainly going to promote this, whatever that is, the menu for the bobbin. So I just see an idea, don't you? And it was a really good idea that I saw about famous. So it's written on the menu. So grab a menu. And you could do something with that. I saw a whole idea about karaoke's and quiz nights. Oh, they do a quiz night on a Sunday. I've been there once years ago and I bumped into Emily Court. And you're right, it's a lot of fun going to a quiz night. They had a certain idea about promoting wines with Chardonnay and things like that. Oh, look, now you've got a Chardonnay story. Mums and dads, a 50 Shades of Pink, a porn star, martini that's shown off about pole dancing, about protecting bairnies. There's something the Black Label wine. I'm sure I bought a bottle of wine the day and I was sitting here a glass of wine when I'm feeling like it. And there's some really good ideas in here. Some things you can promote. I like that, the Godfather cocktail. I like that with GS, with the Mafia. That's a good idea. There was something on Love Island. There's all sorts of things. And I'm liking this. A royal flush. A royal flush drink. So I'm going to learn what that is. With queens and kings, some kind of royal drink. That's up to be good, eh? Good. And there's your jam. Some jam wine. I like it. I've made it a box. I've made a whole entire box about the new Jamie jam. Oh, and what I would do with that. And that'll help promote your fogs. So there's something in this. I like it. Go and have a go. Go and try a new sport class. And yeah, we'll certainly work on something. There's something with the Buddhists are bowing. And I'm going to end it at that. Whatever I felt to that. Some Buddhist meal. Right, so that's your menu. I was putting to promote that to Bairnies more than anything with the Buddhists. Good. And so I'm going to promote something with that fogs. I saw an idea about buying this, and I've never shown it to anybody, but I saw this. Mrs. Disney asked me for the most unique thing that I could buy for our business, and I'm gone with this. I've bought it 3 times before in this house. I bought it once in 2016, and I bought it in January, very secretly, as a present on my little holiday to the Travel Lodge. So I've did all my homework on what it is, and I've sat and went and worked through it. So grab a bar and price for the Spooky Wifey tray. And it's a special surprise, mums and dads, about getting fit with the mini famous. So open it up and it's a little board game. And you're right, it's like little tarot cards. So it was £8 at Tesco. I got it reduced for £25 to £8. Whatever it is, Mrs. Disney, I've got some really good ideas. I can see things with all these brand names, Burger Kings and whatever else. So I'm going to open that up later on, see if it's in there. I'll be putting quite a lot of it into the business plan, Mrs. Disney. I'll be sticking it in there and see what I find with that. And I think the most enlightening card I found was Holly Willoughby with Red Cola, which is a story I saw back then. For this story becomes a fleeting thought with West Byfleet. And it's the most best card I ever found in that box in January. So that's now a fleeting thought. We're headed for Blue Hats. Tarot table's open. Come and get your tarots. Sit back. Practice your splits. Whatever else you want to do with that. Play your card games, girls and boys, mums and dads. Let's go get a fag and a cuppa. And if there's anything else you want to work on, A, B, C or D, send a message to Famous Vlogmas channel. And grab your barn prize, the way out, the logo game. So thanks for that. And keep in touch with the tarot, the weapons, the contracts, and anything else that's relevant 666s. And enjoy the rest of your day, and adios.